As someone who identifies as female, how has that impacted how you navigate your career?
I think for me, the biggest thing was just that imposter syndrome, and I think that can happen to men too. But I think it seems to be more common in women. Um, just really feeling like I never belonged in the room. And when I went to business school, it was 1/3 women, which was the highest at the time. I think it's gotten better, but you were very often on group projects where there were like four guys, and I was the only woman. And I did realize I had not really felt it before then. People often talk over you and you'd give an idea and it wouldn't be heard. And a couple minutes later, male counterpart would bring the same idea and everybody would be like, that's great. I was like, am I losing my mind? I feel like I just said that. I think the biggest thing was me learning not to take it personally. Um, but also to stand up for myself a little bit more. So I became a better public speaker. I took a communication class in business school where they record you and you have to talk. I probably should do it again. And somebody played it back for me, and they're like, at the end of every sentence, you go up at the end like it's a question, even when you're saying something definitively. You're saying something with confidence, and then you go up at the end like you're unsure. And I hadn't heard that before in my own voice, and I really practiced it through recruiting and business school. I had an older student that just would record answers like mock interview questions and play them back, and she was like, "Keep going, keep trying, keep trying." And so I think that was really helpful, having more confidence. I think just kind of faking it till you make it too, and I still am faking it till I make it. Learning other people feel the same way. So I don't know if it's changed necessarily how I navigate my career, but understanding it's not to take things personally, but also reaching out to people who you feel connected to and see what they've done is really helpful. I also had a tendency, I realized, to gravitate towards other female mentors, which I think is great, but really trying to break out and making sure that I was getting advice from people that were different than me. I had that like unconscious bias of similarity. And so making sure that I was doing that and making sure I was doing that for people that came after me. So if I was having coachees or recruiting, really making sure that I was connecting with people that had very different backgrounds, different race, different gender, whatever it was, than I did, so that you have kind of a well-rounded network and connections.